Okay, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my stream. It's the Panda. He's very attentive today with me here in the booth. And, yeah, classical Simul. Classical Simul. Things have been a little bit of a struggle lately here because a lot of our regular viewers have been dying or otherwise indisposed. So we're going to need a little bit of a restart on the stream. Summer too, a lot of people away, but we missed some of our regulars. Anyway, hello there, Ash Lager. Ash Laggard. Guys, so with business here for today, we're hosting a simul for 20 plus players. Normally 15 minimum. The simul is it's a long time control. 10 plus 50 plus an extra 120 minutes. So do not play unless you can stay. Weird. Do not play unless you can stay up to 3 hours. That's seriously how long these games can last. So the simul stream generally lasts about 3 hours. Okay. Weekly classical simul. Saji on Twitch. Guys, please check out the Twitch stream. Obviously, if you're listening to me now, you know that. But otherwise, okay. Please donate in October. I haven't played since the spring. In October, I'm supposed to go to Serbia to play in the World Senior Championship. If you donate to my stream, it goes toward my World Senior event. We came close in 2025, reaching board 1 in the last round, but unfortunately losing. I had a chance to tie for first in the World Senior last year. I would have lost on tie breaks, but still, you know, I was that close to tying for first in the World Senior Championship for 50 plus. So we can do it. You got to believe in yourself, but we can do it. And if you help me, if you support me, guys, it's going toward that, you know, effort to try to finally win a World Senior on what will be my 6th attempt. 2019. Yeah, 2019. 20 is the 7th attempt? It's impossible. I played in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2022. I've played in 6 World Seniors. That's not possible. Something's wrong with my math. I haven't played 6 times. But anyways, whatever. I think I'm making that up. I'm making up the 2019 thing. I don't remember when it was, but whatever. I played in like 5, I think. I don't know. I think I'm making that up. I think maybe I played in 2020 the first time. 2021. I don't remember anymore. I played in like 5. CGN. Because I'm in abroad. You're not joining because you're abroad. All right, we got that. Okay, so we're opening the simul. Simul rules. Please no leaving. If you quit the simul, your soul will be destroyed. I assure you. No cheating. No bullet. It's a long game. Please don't play like instant moves like it's a bullet game. It's a waste of time. And please don't play the London because it's exceedingly boring and I hate it. So hopefully that trend will slowly die. All right. So hello. We're opening the simul here. Anonymous German expert. Are they German or are they an expert in German? All right, chat room. No leaving. Copy, paste. And, you know, so many of our regular followers have been, like, disappeared or gone. By the way, it was like Lindsey Graham died, Mr. Coffee. There's no conspiracy theories. Like, he visits Ukraine and did he, like, meet J.D. Vance or something? Lindsey Graham suddenly died by a very sudden illness. Like, that smells like the GRU to me. I mean, did the Russians, like, poison him or something? Anyways, conspiracy theories have to be rife about that. I haven't seen any yet, but a sudden illness. Okay, right after visiting Ukraine. That's weird. But it happens. He was 71. What a great guy, right? Why does Lindsey Graham have to die? Why not Trump, you know? What's up, Mr. Coffee? Good to see you. One of our only regulars left. Mr. Coffee, I don't know, man. Everybody seems to be, like, missing. There's no Asterbait, no Richard Brenton, no Mr. Slow, no, who's the latest? Someone on Sound hasn't been logged on to Leech Us in like a month. So what's going on? I mean, life is short. I've been doing this for 10 years. And our regulars just keep disappearing. All right, so we're taking, first of all, subscribers. Bro. Blocked. Where is Asterbait? He's busy doing other stuff. Oof, the chat room is like toxic. The chat room is toxic. It's gross. All right. Andrino Giardino, you can play. We played you before. Guys, please subscribe. At least Asturbate's still alive. I can't say the same for everyone. Toothpaste addict. Now that's interesting. That I've never heard of. Sinus. Why not be a subscriber? CGN is abroad, so can't subscribe. Cheesy Noob. Chess Nerdo. Didn't we play them for the first time recently? No Morales, no Someone on Sound. It's summer. Mr. Coffee, good to see you, though. I know you promised you would visit today. No. You're in Turkey. You said you were abroad. Oh, you go abroad in 2 months. All right. Well, subscribe. Get a gift sub. David Chess Coach has followed. Subscribe and get a gift sub. No other master has such a terrific will to win. At the board, he radiates danger. And even the strongest opponents tend to freeze. Like rabbits when they smell a panther. Even his weaknesses are dangerous. Okay, I was buying it until the last sentence. Again, we don't know the context, but this is the stupidest sentence ever. Even his weaknesses are dangerous. That's something lost in translation. We need a different German translator, I think. Even his weaknesses are dangerous. By definition, weaknesses are probably not dangerous. Weaknesses are the only thing that gives us any chance. Hi, I followed. You're somebody Darth Vader. The chat room is really toxic. Okay. I hate chat rooms. I mean, I hate that. But anyway, it's a good way to communicate with you guys. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just try to ignore the bullshit in the chat room. The Simul starts at 7 p.m. my time, which is in 20 minutes. So we should have enough time to accumulate the players. In the past, I think I tried to start the Simul too quickly and we didn't have time to accumulate enough players. Can we get a sub? CGN sub. Now. All right. Now, since we have no subscribers and no one loves me, we're going to have to take random people. Somebody Darth Vader. Okay, we can start with them. Via Crow. Via Condios. Sus every day. I'm a London player. You're banned. Followed. No one can beat me. Followed. Albania. In the house. I was disappointed because originally this spring I was supposed to go to Albania for the World Senior Team Championship, but my teammates were chickens and bailed out. Lucas Gong from China. Farouk Abdullah. Have we played before? They're blocked. Probably for leaving Simuls. General Chess King. If you're playing another game, guys, I'm not going to take you. Everyone's playing another game. Are you guys playing in like another Simul or something? What are these guys? Everyone's playing. Semyon. Egypt with a powerful performance in the World Cup. I was sorry to see them lose. Uh, Egypt guy. Let's see. He's a bullet lightning player, but still, we'll give him a shot. Savage Sniper. You're the London player, right? Mickey from Macedonia, the North. Via Crow. Looks good. Zap. 1,100,000. Austria. 100. Okay. So we have 14 players. 10. Whatever. It's close. Gypsy 9999. More Simul Chaos. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, okay? Donate, subscribe. I'm trying to go to the World Senior in October, and I lost $50 playing poker this week. Come on. Dude, brutal poker session yesterday. Couldn't do anything. But I fight and I battle and I do my best, and that's all you can do. You know, all you can do is do your best, whatever you're doing. What's that? King's Indian Defense. Welcome back. How come nobody's subscribers except for VIP Mr. Coffee? Well, moderator and VIP. We have no subscribers except for Mr. Coffee. What is this? Come on, guys. Don't be shy. Subscribe. 18 viewers. How have I been? I'm okay. Due to perpetual brokenness, I have to play poker twice a week now. So I'm always bobbing and weaving. What's that? We got a notification. Yeah, Gypsy C $10 donation. Keep on trucking. Gypsy, thank you. $10 donation. All of our patrons except for Gypsy have like disappeared. Acerbate. Mr. Slow. I think it's a conspiracy theory. Maybe the Russians are knocking them off or something. Acerbate is gone. Mr. Slow is gone. Everyone. Richard Brenton. The Someone on Sound who used to play. He's suddenly been gone for like a month. All of our patrons are like dead or missing. So I don't know why, if it's just a conspiracy theory or what, but Gypsy, for that reason, it's especially nice of you to donate, because basically we lost all of our patrons. I don't know where they went. But hopefully, like, I know Asterbate's still alive. I hope the other guys are okay. So Mr. Slow is still alive too. He had some problems, but he told me he was still alive, and Asterbate. So if you guys go missing, you know, let me know you're still alive. Even if you can't make it to the stream. Send me a message, Mr. Coffee. Don't ghost me. Not. Oh, many high quality chess streamers have stopped too. Oh yeah. Yeah, of course. I mean, I think that streaming is a little bit of was a little bit of a fad, and you know, the ecosystem can only support so many people streaming, at least financially. So, I do this as a labor of love, and I make my living by playing poker and teaching chess lessons. Streaming is like, and also making chess content. Streaming is like my, you know, not my like biggest, obviously, earning thing, but I'd like to do it. It's fun. It keeps me involved. So anyway, General Chess King. Let's check. Nope, he's playing another game. Harter. Your score 1-0. Okay. Lucas Gong from China. Okay. Mig Supersonic playing another game. Practicing Always is back. And Rayon. It's fine. You have just about 100 games. All right, so we have 14 players and 15 minutes to go. 14 minutes to go. Your sub maybe 1 month after that. Yeah, of course. I understand if you guys can't sub all the time, you know, but if you can, please support the stream. That's all. Obviously, it's not. Hi, I'm Ryan. Brawl Boy Stars. All right, so I don't really want to do simuls with less than 20 players. It takes a while to get enough players together, who are going to stay for this. So we're going to start in 13 minutes. We have 13 players, and we'd like to get at least 7 more. Yeah, it's weird. I think also, like, I don't know. Is it connected to streaming becoming, like, less pronounced? The fact that I have less players in my summons. I think online chess it went through this peak when, like, COVID happened, and it was very, very trendy, and I think it's kind of gone down a bit. Not as many people maybe watching, and not as many people interested in playing Simul. I used to have like 30 people, and now we have 15. 30 people trying to join the Simuls. Okay. I went to McDonald's the other day with my son, and they don't have this burger in the States. Just to illustrate how expensive everything is, the Big Tasty burger, which was discontinued in the United States, but still exists in Europe and the Middle East. Big Tasty burgers cost approximately $10. Okay. Mr. Coffee, is there a burger that costs $10 at a fast food place? Like, seriously? A Whopper doesn't cost $10. How can people afford to pay $10 for? It's not even like a menu, a meal. It's like just the burger is like the premium burger at McDonald's. The best burger at McDonald's is over $10. Just to illustrate how expensive stuff is. Over $10 for a premium burger at McDonald's. Who can afford that? That's insane. The prices of stuff has like doubled. The point I'm trying to make is, like, why are people not subscribing? Why are people not donating? People can't afford to even buy a burger, man. There's a Big Mac of course. I know about the Big Mac Index. It's a perfect example of inflation. The Big Mac Index. It's crazy, man. I didn't go in the Middle East, but I know this particular menu item because I was reading about it online. It's not in the United States. It's only in the Middle East. I didn't go to the Middle East, but the Big Tasty is served at McDonald's in Europe and Middle East. But I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. How can Hungarians pay $10 for a burger? I don't think a burger costs $10 in the States. There's no burger at McDonald's that costs $10. A menu, maybe. This, like, single burger without the menu is over $10 or about $10. That's crazy, man. Anyway, I'm just saying this is an illustration of why people can't afford to donate or subscribe, because prices of stuff have, like, doubled in the last 5 years because of these never-ending wars, Ukraine and now Iran and Israel and Palestine and plus economic policies of morons like who. Basically, we're all paying double while billionaires are getting more and more money, and wealthy are just getting wealthier, and average people are just paying double for stuff, and it's really fucked up, and it's affecting everybody, So anyway, thanks Gypsy9999 for the donation. We're starting in 8 minutes. I've got 12 players now. Giddy Z, Getty Lee, Adwick, a really giant differential in your rapid and blitz there. General Chess King playing another game. Gihidi looks okay. Little Mr. Chess looks good. Lots of games. Perfect. Supersonic is not what we need here. I'm looking for people that are willing to play 2 or 3 hours. Gotta run. All right. So he's busy working. Gypsy999 busy working so that he can support the stream. Today I eat a Big Mac. Big Mac is like $5 here. But Big Macs are not big. They're actually kind of small. Then there's shrinkflation. Shrinkflation. But I think there's all these like it's a perfect storm of bad stuff. Inflation, post COVID, chess sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Post COVID chess streaming like depression, recession. Anyway, we just continue to go on and hope that something good happens. So, can I play, sir? Ad week. Okay, you can play. General Chess King, playing another game. Okay, so we're starting in 6 minutes, not 8 minutes. We have 13 players. Like, that's not normal, you know? It's not normal that I only have 13 players at this point. Juan Ma, challenge me 3+2. We're not playing Blitz. Turkey, $9. Well, a Big Mac, but like a menu, right? You're talking, you got a menu, fries, a Big Mac, and a drink, or something like that. Not just the Big Mac with no fries and drink. A menu, probably like $9. Okay. Still, it's crazy, you know? Just so billionaires can get twice as rich. And price fixing. Things like manipulating prices. So people just keep paying more and working more and getting less in return. Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is right about everything. But he's unelectable. So, all right. No fries. Buy them at the store and cook them yourself. Well, yeah, I recommend like that too. General Chess King. Greco Chess Club from Malta. We're 0-1 against them. Make Supersonic playing another game, of course. All right, guys, we have 14 players. Don't drop out. Don't leave. We've got the Simul starting in 6 minutes. In Germany, a Big Mac costs €7. Sandwich or menu? Yeah, I guess sandwich. It's a little bit less here, about 6. I would say, but it's probably competitive. Hungarians are a lot poorer. I mean, Germany is like one of the wealthiest countries in Europe. It's the wealthiest. It's probably the wealthiest big country in Europe, I would assume. But you know, I don't know. Hungarians can't afford that. Make Supersonic. So where is everybody? Select me, please. You promised to play and not leave and not play bullet chess. People just keep dropping out. I have 14 players, a grand total of 14 players. In Germany, it's cheap. Where is everybody? Everything sucks. Poker sucks. Yesterday at poker, there was like only half the tables were full because everybody. I mean, like, who could afford to go on vacation though? I don't even understand. You know, here a burger is only $5. Now that's what I'm talking about. Where is a burger only $5? Like West Virginia, maybe like India. I don't know. It should be $5 for a burger. It used to be $5, and that was fair. How can prices double in like 5 years? It doesn't make sense. You know, that's called massive inflation. That's like very cheap Democratic Congo Republic. Yeah, well, I haven't been to the Democratic Republic of the Congo lately. I doubt there's that many McDonald's. I don't like McDonald's. It's just a good illustration of prices. Okay, Andrino Giardino, the Burger Index, the Big Mac Index. I know. We learned that in economics. Okay, Ruslan Bear is here. Wow, there's an oldie. 16 players. Can we get 20 before we start? What's World Senior? Just a question. It's the championship for people who are 50 and over. And if you win it, you become a grandmaster and you become world champion for old people. And I it's an 11 round tournament, so it's not a joke. And I I had a chance to tie for first last year, but I fucking lost. Last year I lost, and Victor Mikuleski won the tournament. All right. I could have drawn, but I needed to win to dive first. So anyway, but I mean, the point is, if I can get that close, to make the last board, top board, and last round with a chance to tie for first, I'm capable of winning the tournament. You know, it's possible. It's not like out of reach. Mubotted. You got Mubotted. Fast Toretto. No, I'm not taking someone with 12 games. Good Boys playing another game. Panda Master. I'm desperate. I'm not that desperate. Panda Master 0-1. I'm 0-1 against Panda Master. Probably that Simul that I canceled or something. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I started a Simul accidentally too early and I had to restart it. Or I started it wrong and I had to restart it. Can we get 20 players? We're starting in 1 minute. Having trouble even getting enough players in my Simuls. Although I don't trust the way the Lichess Simuls function. I don't think, they advertise the Simul feature enough. How does anyone even know about Simuls? How do you even know about Simuls? Luckily, I'm like streaming and I announce it, but let me just check that actually. I have it in my stream title, right? Yeah. But I mean, other than the stream title at the top, no one would even know about Simuls. They need to advertise stuff more on Lichess. They don't seem to do anything here. I think you'll be happy by reading my username, Anti-London Player. Oh yeah, that's great. Anti-London Player, you should join the Simul. Killer 9, Fast Toretto. Like, Fast Toretto I can't accept because it only has 12 games. Good Boy is playing another game. Anti-London Player, you have 30 seconds to join. Bin Face. Maybe you need to start a blog, I know. Well, no, I mean, I was thinking of starting actually a Substack. Hello, please select me. Sounds exactly like the other guy. You have 12 games, bro. Yeah. Not enough games. Alright, we're going to start with 17. I start the Simuls in Zen mode because this is a tradition that we have. And it really doesn't matter here. Because there's hardly any regulars. Actually, Mr. Coffee, thinking about it, right? How many people are in my Simul today that are regulars? Like 2 or 3? What's the point of doing a Simul where I'm like trying to guess the opponents? Our regulars aren't coming to the Simul, That's what bothers me. We've got the random noobs, but the regulars are they're banned. They're all banned. What's up with that? Did I ban everyone? Really? There's been some bad blood between, a few people here and there, but I've always banned people on and off and, welcome them back with open arms. Arsenal's in a downward spiral at the moment. Regularly missing. Tactics and swindles. Let's try something different, the Mexican defense. No, I mean, there's something going on, like, beyond chess. World economic disaster could be a thing. I've been busy. Yeah, it seems like everybody is, but it's weird. I've been doing this for 10 years. It's never been so slow before. Business is slow. Let's just put it that way. I had to start playing poker like as a semi-professional again. Cuz I don't earn enough money like from streaming. I mean, what am I going to do? Even poker room was really bad yesterday. Half the players because of the summer. Morales hasn't been here. Poker was brutal. I played 12 hours yesterday, nonstop. Nothing. I don't think I ever had a big pair. I mean, it was weird. I'm trying to think. I played for 12 hours, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hands, and I keep thinking like I had a pair of aces once, but it was something like I'm not even sure I had that. It was weird. It's hard for me to win anything if I don't at least occasionally pick up some big hands. Yesterday was not a good session. We struggle and we fight, but yeah, but I mean, you're talking the dude will just take anyone, you know. I'm like CGN. I'm careful about the people that I accept, you know. A lot of the people who do simuls will just take the first people that like jump in there, but then they get a lot of noobs. I could have 20 players if I wanted to, but I mean, I'm not taking these people who have like 12 games. They're playing another game. I'm still being a little bit selective, you know. That guy, I don't know. This seems like a sort of whatever. Not my problem. So I don't care. You know, we try to do a quality simul. It's not a competition. I I do note how that guy though, however, seems to intentionally post simuls at the exact same time as me, slightly in front of me, so that he steals my players. All right, now Pierce defends the bishop b3. This is a good move. I don't know why I decided to play the Pierce. I mean, normally I play a6 and I sort of just played the normal move by accident. But it's good. I like to play different things. This is my first opening against e4 in 1984, 85. Maybe my first tournament. And the funny thing was, come to think of it, I'm not sure I got anyone playing e4 against me in that first tournament. I remember having my first game was a d4 game. I think there was some other games, but I'm not sure I actually faced e4 in my first tournament. Isn't that weird? 3 games. Your first tournament, 6 rounds, 3 games with black. And I'm pretty sure that no one played e4 in those 3 games. I forget now. All right. So Pierre's defense. This is the current position. Bishop e3. I can still play a6. It's always a good waiting move. Well, c6 is the main line in this case. All right. The Philidor. Reminding me of the fact that I had a Philidor last game. My own last board game. I'm the only unrated in that tournament. You did play in a tournament? Oh, you were an unrated. I see. Uh-huh. So, is that like a national tournament or internationally rated tournament we talking about here? What are we talking about? All right, guys, I finished my coffee. I had half a coffee left. I'm awake now. But please subscribe, okay? It helps. Please subscribe. Let's get some gift subs. Get the hype train going. Get the gift subs flowing. Come on. Why do I have no billionaire followers? I mean, what's wrong with this place? We need more billionaires. I hate billionaires, actually. Okay. Let's play E3. E3's pretty bad, actually. Accelerated Dragons. Interesting move order. Close Sicilian. Yep. Been there. All right. All righty. F3. And the main move for black is, well, either B5 or knight on BD7. I would assume. Probably B5. Yes. Queen's Gambit. Benko. Who plays the Benko here? Move 11's playing in a tournament, maybe? I can't remember. Yeah, so in my last tournament game in May, I played Rook G1 here, which I never played before in my life. It was like a one-off. And I didn't know what I was doing well enough. But there's only one way to learn, right? All right. So that's an old expression. I wonder if it's really true. Con. I saw an interview. Mr. Coffee, you'll be interested in this. Mr. Coffee, are you still here? I saw an old interview. I saw an old interview online with what's his name? The actor who played Khan in Star Trek. And he said he really had a hard time at first because he was, Mr. What's his name on Fantasy Island? Yeah, Ricardo Montalban. Because of his character, at the same time he was playing, Mr. What's his name on Fantasy Island, this like rich, host of Fantasy Island. He said he had a really hard time like adapting to being like Khan. He had to totally like really consciously. He realized at first he was like being Mr. What's his name? You personally know Ricardo Montalban? I think he's been. Is he dead? He must be dead. But Captain Kirk's still alive. Captain Kirk, William Shatner said he's like desperate. He's like 90. He would probably be willing to play in another episode of Star Trek or something. Yeah, I guess so. He's still active though for like a 90-year-old guy. It's pretty cool. I think Ricardo Montalban's been dead for a while. But it's just funny, yeah, he had to really work on it to adapt to playing such a different kind of character at the same time, you know. That is weird. One character, okay, they're both charismatic though, you know. I mean, the thing is, and I think that's the trick. Both the characters were very charismatic, and Ricardo Montalban was a really charismatic kind of person. Um, but still, one is this like superhuman, and the other one is this host of a fantasy island. Kind of different, you know. Anyway, I thought that was funny. All right. Anyways, so by the way, like going back a move here, Black played knight f6 in this game. So you should play e5. I mean, now we have to transpose to a kind of French, and white has no advantage. I think it's a much better move than knight f6. Now we're back into that thing again. Now this is familiar. Classic Grunfeld. White normally plays knight d2, but I suppose other moves are possible. I'm lying to you. I'm sorry. White usually plays knight a3. I just misspoke. I had like a Trump moment. The Islamic Republic of Japan. That's the kind of shit that the guy says now. His dementia is so advanced. They seriously made fun of Joe Biden, but like Trump is clearly like worse than Biden. He says all kinds of nonsensical stuff. The Islamic Republic of Japan. This is at the latest. At NATO. Just makes no sense, you know? Every time I play this position, I always feel like I blundered or something. But this is actually normal. I don't think sacking my queen is a good idea, so. Okay, queen d7. I remember that. Here, e4. This is substandard. Double fianchetto, not normally common in this opening for black. Okay. You're playing bishop e3 though, attacking my pawn. So in lieu of Summon Unsound, who played a similar line against me, the idea is that black doesn't want to waste time playing bishop g7 if you're just going to play bishop h6 anyway. So my options here are knight bd7 and maybe queen a5. Why might I want to delay knight on bd7? Well, what about queen a5? I think I prefer queen a5. There are probably other moves plausible, like queen c7. That doesn't look great. Check. You forgot to say check. Now, what? One move I'm thinking about is like bishop f4. h3, bishop f4 takes. Queen takes. Let's try. I don't know if anyone's ever played this, you know. I don't see any reason not to. Now that's a weird move. Knight f d7. I've never had an opponent who did that, and I've played this position many times. This is unnecessary. Unnecessary for black to retreat that knight. The other knight should go to d7. It's nice that you open your bishop's diagonal, but it's better to get your pieces out, presumably. Uh-oh. Now here's a weird move. Bishop d3. Obstructing the queen from protecting the knight. I have knight g4. That doesn't do anything. Oh, excuse me. I can play d5 because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Now we have an interesting line. This is it's a move I don't know too well. Knight c6 a. One thing that Chigorin did is he would sometimes embrace allowing black to play knight d4. Knight d4 may or may not actually be a threat. But I think that, let's see, d5, f4, d5, knight f3 is fine. Maybe the best move. Watch out for e5. Okay, now this is a weird move. White plays e3, reinforcing their center. Affirmative action. I feel like I keep saying everything are weird moves, but I'd never seen this move either. Suppose this is solid, though. Oh, Karokanik's not here. Redusa not here. Like, nobody's here who's usually here for my simuls. It's weird. Since I'll be in that FIDE tournament, 30 plus 30. 30 plus 30. Does that count as like a normal tournament? That's very fast. That should be like rapid. That's like the fastest permissible. I don't think they should allow 30 plus 30. 60 plus 30 should be the minimum. Now a6 is unnecessary. I don't think that's really typically played here. And now we transpose to an absolutely standard, really standard closed Sicilian. H6, I think that's book. Oh, so Sinus is here. Only sort of one of the only regulars. FIDE events, well, for kids, yeah, 30 plus 30 makes sense. If it's under 18, maybe, but still. I hate that. It's so fast. It's not rapid, but it's not classical. You know, I mean, it's practically rapid. It's closer to rapid than it is to classical. So h6. Okay. If I play g4, well, I'm supposed to play g4, I think, anyway. Yeah, so I saw this, but I thought, okay, what's the BFD, right? Check. Now, knight takes d4. What am I missing here? Knight takes d4. This isn't what usually happens. Right? Well, if I castle, you have knight takes c6 and you win a piece. So that's obviously bad. So it's not like black has a lot of options here. Your options are none of the above. So I have to play knight takes d4. That's annoying. Knight d4, rook d4, queen somewhere. Let's say queen c6. Knight d5, bishop d8. And then if there's a check, I can always play bishop e6. Although maybe white has like knight f4. at the end there. I don't like that. There is no other move, right? I could interpose my bishop on d6, but that's bad. But anyway, I think I have to take. Wow, why did this player, like, wait 17 minutes? Oh, no. He waited 17 minutes, and I have a message from somebody. Practicing always. Okay. Thanks for sharing that. Alrighty. Whatever. So typically, white will play a4, I guess, here. My bishop is going to fall. I'm going to lose a piece if I'm not careful. So queen c8, knight c6. Knight c6 is fine. Wasn't my original plan, though. Maybe queen c8 I should think about. It's awkward. Queen c7, knight b5. Maybe that's not even good for white. Queen c7, knight b5, queen c8. Queen c7, bishop f4, d6. Queen c7, knight d5. That's possible, but it doesn't look like that great. Okay, let's try it. So I'm just going to take back. Now we have a standard Tartakova. Tartakova, Karpov attack. The correct move, queen b6. And now 95. We've been here. And a draw offer, but okay. What I don't understand is knight e5. But I also have knight a5. And I have both. So knight e5. Knight fe5. Robotron 3000. Robotronics. King's Indian attack. b6. Well, anyway, we're going that way. Now white plays e5, but I was thinking b4. b4 takes. Obviously, I don't have to. I could also play knight to d5. No, knight d5 loses a pawn. So taking is an option, but why would that be good for me? Take knight fd7. b4 and takes on f6, takes on c3. You take with the pawn. I take with the pawn. Okay. Now, bishop e2, maybe something solid. Yeah, I think so. We're going to have a problem here, Houston. Oh. See, I had a student who used to do this, but she would get in trouble very often later because this is effectively trading like white's good bishop for black's bad bishop. So not necessarily a good exchange. I guess it may be standard, but it seemed like she always drifted into slightly worse positions. Having said that, I don't exactly know what I should do. Not normally playing this setup with black. Just going to develop. All right, so here it's a question of where to put the queen. Queen f5 is the most active square. If queen f5, knight d5, bishop d8, queen check, bishop e6, queen f5, knight b5, queen takes b5, queen f5, rook d5. Now it's best to kind of know this type of line. Queen e6. Yeah, that's probably risky. Queen c6, bishop d6. Bishop d6, 94. I mean, bishop d6 might not be that bad. Bishop f4, probably. Queen c6 was my original idea. Can't remember. Queen c6, knight d5, bishop d8, I said. But then I was concerned by queen e2 check, bishop e6, knight f4. Probably not that big of a deal. Queen c6. We're playing bishop e6 in most cases. Okay. I don't know which one is better. Okay. Now, very guys, welcome to the stream. Don't accept any weak substitutes. Play legit international masters. Been doing this for 10 years. No cheap substitutes. All right. You get a good quality game. Now black to move. We're playing the hedgehog after d6, I presume. Queen e7 also interesting. I don't really know where my queen belongs in this position. D6, D5. He could try some sort of pawn sack. Draw offer. This is rude. Why are you here if you want to draw? Feels like I had this position once against somebody. What do you do after knight a5? I don't know. It looks good for me, though. I don't get the point of the people who offer draws in the first 15 moves of the Simul games. Who are your favorite wrestlers while growing up? You know, my friends, I had a pair of brothers that lived near me across the street, down the block, and I never liked wrestling. We never watched wrestling, but my friends did. I think the younger, this kid who was like younger than me, he liked it more. They would occasionally my friends would watch wrestling, but yeah. No, we don't have wrestling. I remember the early days of WWF, Hulk Hogan and whatnot, but not a fan. All right. Here we go. Pawn takes or knight takes? Knight takes or pawn takes? King's Indian attack. There's our dark square bishop. Thank you. Castles. And bishop e2, b4. I've played both of these moves. b4 is main line. b4. I suppose even rook b1 is not so bad. Rook c1 is another typical move. The problem with rook c1 would be c5. Takes. I'm not sure what's going on there, if that's even good for white. Probably need to do more research. Anyways, queen b6. Okay, what does that do? Now what? What's with the professional wrestling question? And Gawi also a streamer. Yeah, when I'm not streaming chess, I'm streaming WWF. Ah, oh no, we didn't get into wrestling. Too many other things. It was so fake, you know. Never attracted me. So, hey, what's up, guys? Any other professional wrestling questions? I don't know. Was the night? Where's your night going? Where's your night going? King's Indian. Mm-hmm. What does the knight say? So we recapture. A pawn is a pawn, as they say. I don't know. Wow, Queen A5. It's some kind of tripple or check defense. So what's actually going on here? Queen D2, pawn takes pawn, knight takes, and then knight E5. So Queen D2, pawn takes pawn, knight takes, and then knight E5. Require me to deal with that somehow. Meanwhile, black is threatening knight takes e4, so bishop d3 is ugly. Queen d3, similar. What I could do, no, I can't do that. Queen d3, just losing a tempo. I don't really like the obvious options here. Maybe the answer isn't obvious. Maybe the answer is like bishop d2. The answer is a non-obvious move. Bishop d2, undeveloping. Then you play queen b6. This is very annoying. This must be someone really good, like Sinus or something. Oh, of course, it's Cheesy Noob. Cheesy Noob now suddenly playing the tricky Philidor. Huh. So, of course, knight d2. Knight d2. I mean, first of all, bishop d3, pawn takes pawn, knight takes, knight e5. I guess maybe that's the simple solution. It's a little bit ugly. Okay, onward and upward. So we had this before against someone else. Curious, I want to try something different. Bishop takes, pawn takes, knight d4. The knight has no squares other than b4. So we're like in kind of acerbate land here. Queen e2. Okay. That looks familiar. And black is in trouble. Bishop f4 looks quite strong. Okay, you're defending. Attempting to defend. e5. Obviously, knight d5. There's no knockout. Knockout blow. That's ugly. Bishop f4. Bishop h4. No. Bishop c1. Maybe. Bishop f4. Yes. I see how this could be a problem. So I guess knight d7. Who is this again? Offering a draw? Panda Master, who I lost to? Okay, that was the one move Simul. Right. So this is a new opponent. We lost Panda Master last one move Simul. Ostensibly very solid. And offering the draw, that's usually a bad sign. Chess says, love, welcome back. Who will be the first subscriber today? That's the question. I have another request. Correspondence. We don't do unlimited. 5 days, 7 days. Unlimited, no. Alright, so what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my god. Football. European football. E5 doesn't work. Okay. No one can beat me forward. That's a weird move. Queen b5. This is the crazy Albanian. Wait. Why can't I play like bishop d7 now? Bishop d7? You pin me again? with like queen e5. That's annoying. Bishop d7, queen e5, castles. Yeah. Strangely enough, he has knight d5 there. Bishop d7, knight d5. That's very disturbing. Looks like a computer move. I could allow white to exchange on a c6. Maybe I should. It looks like you're trying to trick me into something here. Feels like a computer trick. Just, dude, he's gonna double my pawn, so you don't see that. I can just castle. I mean, but the point is, like, is there a way I can play this without him doubling my pawns? Bishop f6 doesn't do anything. Protects his rook, but who cares? He's going to take on c6. Bishop d7, knight d5. It's a trick. No, wait. I'm crazy. Bishop d7, knight d5, queen b5, knight d7. I'm sorry. Bishop d7 works. Looks like it works. Okay. Very strange Benko here. Time to think. Knight d2, yes. You didn't take it. Okay, for a minute I had this fear that they would take it, but I have knight c4, of course. Okay, so we're good. Bishop g4. White is independent to win it. Permafrost. Permanence. '92, that's what I thought. I only wish I knew what my idea was. Yeah, well, probably my last move wasn't necessary, okay. How do I defend this pawn if I play bishop g7? Knight b6 was my idea. They just castle. I play knight d5. I'm a little concerned about the situation. About my king being in the center of the board. But maybe we don't do that. You know, we play knight b6. We think of it as sort of strategic chess. Okay. Wow. Check. First we'll do this. You had bishop takes f6, no? Guess it wasn't so clear. Boy, this looks bad for black. Masturbate got in one of these in one of my early games on the site. Take, knight f4, e6, d4, knight c6. Knight is stupid on f4. So all this is like for nothing. This must be our hero, Sinus. Okay, practicing always. 2269. Obviously, it was some sort of very strong player. I keep suspecting Sinus. I keep picking the wrong player to be Sinus because I don't really know a definitive. I don't feel like they have that definitive of an opening repertoire. I don't know who else to guess. I mean, there's only like 4 people in the stream who are people that have played in my events regularly, so I can only guess like 4 different people, basically. That's it. And I don't even remember who's in there. All right. Well, Sinus is not you. Takes, knight takes. That's the problem. Lord of the Rings reference. Really? Do tell. What does this do? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wait, is like permanently paralyzed now? Mm-hmm. Lord of Pings. Practicing always. Oh, flagship? No, that's fellowship. Flagship. The flagship is like the leading starship, man. It's like the flagship of the fleet. You know, the biggest. It's my best show of the stream. It's my best stream night. That's the flagship. The flagship is like the prime best example of something. It's not a Lord of the Rings reference. The flagship of the ring. Okay. The Navy has a flagship, you know. Flagship of the ring. Slagship. Okay, we have a problem here. You know what I mean? Problem is my opponent is like a master, apparently. Next problem. That knight on a6 is a problem for black. So we're crushing it here. b4. Well, you could do b4. d5 also looks pretty good, but this knight a5. I don't love knight a5. I guess we should go b4. And now, Cheesy Noob, the world's leading expert on the Philidor, apparently. What does knight b6 do, though? Oh, I see. He wants to play knight a4? And he's attacking g4. I don't think knight a4 is such a big deal. You know, I think knight a4, we could live with that. That's Not a threat yet, though it could become one. Meanwhile, e5 is a little tender. I can't give him g4. I guess this is kind of forced. Flagship of the ring. Should I just play b5? I mean, wow. Holy moly. Queen b7. Fran Tarkington. What is White's deal? Oh, you don't say. We just keep coming up with like brilliant moves, so I don't know what to say. I think you should be explaining to me how to play. All right, knight takes d7. I thought you played the King's Indian defense. Your name is King's Indian defense, but you play the semi-Slav? That's weird. That's weird in and of itself. f4. There's always knight c5. f4, knight c5. Awkward. d4 takes, knight d7. So I have to take. Always take. King's Indian defense just to trick people, to make them think he plays the King's Indian defense. It's a lie. It's like a false flag operation. I don't know why. Why do I want to put my queen on d2? That's sort of stupid, isn't it? That's a stupid idea. Yeah. d5. And the knight is trapped. Easy. Queen e5. That was the first move I looked at. But I mean, something fundamentally about Black's position here doesn't feel right. You're threatening knight takes b2. Okay. So bishop d2. If this turns out to be like perfect play, I'm going to ban cheesing you from all future streams. He's on the borderline already, but nobody saw it coming. Exactly. That's why you call yourself King's Indian defense. Very tricky. Wow. This is so computer-like. Right? And he's not computer-like in his normal play. Violating every fundamental principle of chess. But the end it says it's okay. Right? I have a weird idea here. What's my weird idea? I don't know. I don't know. Looks like we have to sacrifice something. Uh-huh. Okay. There. No. 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 Mm-hmm. I don't know, dude. I'm really bored with playing this guy. And I've told him that before. Every single time the game is very strange. I don't know if he plays games or what. I can never have like a normal game against this guy. It's very strange. I'll just choose a move at random, I guess. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to lose anyway. Blitzy's very human. Fast. This player is amazing too. 1100. 800. Wow. And 800. That's crazy. Wow, 800. Okay, this is equal. F4. Don't like that. I do not like that. I have to say, I don't like that. Closed. Closed. Closed Sicilian yuck. Gross. Almost as bad as the London. Oh my god. Okay, where does this knight go? It goes back to G1. That's a classic. Wow. F5. Oh my god. Well, I have to play f4. It's just a question of whether I play pawn takes pawn first or not. Could play bishop takes e5. It's probably a bad move. c5, no. Who is this? Close Sicilian. That's Chess Nerdo. Wow. 2300, 2400. Oh my god, yeah. Do I take on f4? If I play f6, take, rook takes, queen takes, rook f1, queen g8, queen g4. It's very scary for me. Rook f8, I'm probably groveling for a draw there. If I take on f4, takes with the rook, he gets mobilized. Should be nothing for white. Well, I'm not changing boards now, or what? Whoa. That's a weird move. I have rook d8 now. Are you trying to trap my queen or something? My queen better not get trapped. That's another weird move. Totally unexpected. Yay, we won a piece. Okay, 800. It's a good 800. It's my internet. Guys, somebody needs to subscribe today. Or I'm retiring. Bishop e6, so he doesn't take the pawn. That's super weird. Black playing this very quickly, but some e5. Why? 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 King h1. It's universal. I'm a universalist. Is c4 necessary? Is preventing c4 necessary, I should say? If so, yeah. I should probably do this. Whew. I was a little worried about this one, but I think we're okay. Bishop on g5, a bit oddly placed. Black is equal. But it feels very computery for white. Very computery. It's their rating. No one can beat me. 1878. A lot of games. I guess it's all not computer, but a line, some kind of weird line. Bishop g5 is probably best. Maybe they memorize these moves. I don't know. It's possible in this variation to memorize like 20 plus moves. It's a very bad way to learn chess, though. Memorizing openings is a bad idea. For grandmasters, that's fine, but for amateurs, you know, the majority of the time, no one's even going to follow these lines, so you're wasting your time doing like chessable courses and stuff unless you're like a master or very strong tournament amateur. I guess I should just play bishop takes g5. I mean, I could play bishop d6. Where does he go on bishop d6? I mean, maybe that's the real question that we need to answer. Bishop d6. Now, the pin that you can never get out of. I was thinking a5 here. But there may be some flaw. I know, suspicious username. Which way do I take? This may be a situation where, you know, we do the counterintuitive thing. But there's no substitute for the proverbial concrete calculation, right? It wasn't my original plan. This guy is shuffling. He offered a draw, and now he's shuffling. Panda Master with almost no games. That feels like some kind of tribute account. Oh, we're really down? Where's my stream? Panda Master. Tribute account. All right. Well, anyway. Not clear what my plan is now. Yeah, I mean, he's done nothing extremely well here. It's really irritating. Guess we're just going to have to play d5 at some point. Then his knight becomes good. Yeah, it's not so simple. It's hard to say what I should do. Takes and d5? Maybe. Takes and d5, then b3. Takes and d5, and then b3. a5. Weird move. Well, okay. If knight d5, I just go back, or what? That's a little concerning. What would Hjardarson do? Well, the latest move was queen e2. This is sinus. I didn't know that. Anyway, we're not going to guess anyone today. I mean, it's like, there's no regulars in the stream. We might as well just stop the Zen mode. So, sinus with the closed Sicilian. Well, I mean, okay, is 95 a threat? maybe not a big deal. So I should just develop. Yeah, Andrino's in trouble. And now queen d5. Okay. The second time. But you're not threatening anything. So I just take the open file. But maybe rook ae8. Why does white not move pawns? You have a problem with moving pawns? Move some pawns. What's your problem, man? Move some freaking pawns. Rook fe8. Can you move some pawns, please? So b4 would be a good move if you could get it, but I'm not going to give you that. Now we got the a file. This is a dream King's Indian for black. But rook a3, unfortunately, walks into this knight b5 type stuff. While it looks like I have the ultimate position, oh no, I have that. Oh, that looks pretty interesting. Okay, there. I have that last move. I had that last move. There. Dar. Thar. Oh no. Wow. Oh, this is good. This is good. Dar. Oh no. Well, it better work. Bishop there. That's a knight anyway. Okay. Knight. Knight, bishop, whatever. Okay, bishop c4, rook takes b6. Bishop takes c3. Bishop c4 is not everything it was cracked up to be. Bishop c4 not good. Bishop c4 is out. So we need to opt for something else. Allowing you to take the bishop. I mean, it should be considered. In fact, maybe d5. Is my queen trapped? Not yet, but it probably will be later. Knight c4. That's also bad because of lack of development. Lack of development leads to death. In many cases. I think I should just move my bishop. I hope. f5, very resolute. Okay. c5. I have c5. Take bishop c4. He has c5. If I don't do c5, he'll do c5. This is an 800. That's disturbing. Y'all. I have a funny shot. Rook takes c3, but it doesn't work. So we'll just continue with normal moves. A. Oh. Panda Master. Well, anyway. It was nice knowing you. E6 from Greco Chess Club. Wow. Greco Chess Club's 2600 in bullet. And they're playing Slam at the same time. Oh, bro. That is unacceptable. Gonna have to block you for that. We can't accept people playing in other simuls at the same time. I'm sorry. You can't do that. That's against the rules here. So this will be our last game with y'all. 2600 in bullet. Slam. You're slamming. Rip. He was slamming. certainly is. I like how that guy has to do his simuls at the exact same time as me. So gross, dude. That's so gross. It's straight out of the fucking Chess Explained playbook. But at least Chess Explained is a good player. He's still a jerk, though. When I confronted him about it, he was totally rude. I've only been doing the simul at this time for 10 years, bro. You know, nothing major. I mean, there's no law that says it's my time, but still. It's a matter of respect, you know. To host a classical simul at the exact same time as me, that's really fucked up. You know, I mean, that's just weird. Pick a different time, dude. Do it like 2 or 3 hours later, or you know, it's just not cool. Very uncool. All right, let's do this. My bishop's doing nothing there. So I was thinking maybe take. You have bishop h4 check. So I'm not in a rush. Maybe I should play h4. He's a hugger. a6. Pawn takes pawn. Oh, you were supposed to g3. What's that do? All right. Give him a chance to go wrong. Right? Right. This is a weird move, huh? Bishop f4. What a coincidence. You don't move pawns. No one can beat me. I wonder why. Seriously. No one can beat me. It's not true. You lost a bunch of games. But only in Bullet and Ultra Bullet. No. No one can beat you playing like this, though. That's for sure. Very drawish variation, by the way. If white plays correctly, there's like 0 winning chances for black in this line. It's really annoying. Just another reason that you shouldn't play e4, e5 if you have to win. Like, I don't know what a pro e4, e5 player would do. Like, say you're Michael Adams. What do you play after bishop c4? Maybe something else. You know, the truth is I should probably play like bishop e4 check or bishop c5 here. Objectively. I think knight f6 is the main line, but it's also like a mistake because it's all these lines that are just like all the pieces evaporate, everything is exchanged, and chess is just a draw, you know. It's a bad practical decision for me to play this. Well, I don't think there's a way to like avoid the exchange of pieces here. Takes, knight takes. Takes, knight takes, bishop takes f4. Takes, knight takes, bishop takes f4. You know, I mean, everything sucks for black. You can't avoid the exchange. Bishop c5, queen takes d7. There's no tactics for black. It's very bizarre. Maybe bishop f4, but then queen takes d7 is a draw anyway. It's all a big draw, right? What can I do? Chess is a draw. Just accept that it's a draw and move on. That's what I can do, and that's all I can do. Wow. Double simul. E5? Dude, what's up with queen takes G4? Queen takes G4. No, queen takes G4, there's a funny line, right? Bishop takes knight on C3. B takes C. And then E takes D, winning a piece. It's ridiculous. That's super sus. All right. 2,600 bullet players. Oh. I had a hallucination. Did I mean to play the other variation? Shit. Did I mean to take on D5? I think I meant to take on D5, no? I'm not sure it matters. Yeah. Computer man. Computer man 100. Wow. Oh no. What is going on here? Knight G4, Bishop G7, Knight C3. I was looking at F5. I don't know what else to do. So, Zenos. Xenocitus. You're going to go G4, and it's another closed Sicilian. Wow. What a surprise. Okay. Bishop C6 sucks. What else sucks for me? Well, it's just a hedgehog. Basically. That's what we're looking at. 95 maybe. Okay. Here. There's a move I did not see. Queen F2, but what does it do? It's like well, kind of a trap, you know, like hope chess. But I'm not really into grabbing dangerous pawns. My queen could get trapped potentially, obviously, in many ways. There's Cheesy Noob's Knight A4, doubling down on danger. Please don't slam the door. Double down on danger. Well, there's like ways to trap my queen. Rook B3, Bishop C1, Rook A3 type stuff. My queen would like to get out of here at some point. Castles. Maybe I should just castle, and then, you know, worst case scenario, we play. Yeah, we get out of here some way or another. Rook takes F5. How does that work? Chess nerdo. That's crazy. Wow. He just sacked an exchange. I just missed it. I just dismissed it. Oh my god, does this work? Wow. I can't believe it. I can't believe if that works. I thought 95 was winning for black. But apparently I thought wrong. Okay, 95, knight b takes d4, knight takes f3 check, and we have several problems. But I mean, there may be situations where I actually lose a pawn and I'm better because of the ops color bishops. Like, for example, knight e5, knight bd4, knight f3, bishop f3. 95, 94, knight f3 check, bishop f3, queen d4, queen d4, queen d4, bishop d4, bishop g4, and then rook a2 with initiative for black. Bordering on drawish, but I have the better side of the ops color bishops even though I'm down a pawn. But am I missing anything here? There's no rook a3. I could play bishop takes f3 right away. It's okay. It rhymes. There's rook a2, actually. A really interesting idea. Pile pressure on f2. But, bishop h6. Bishop h6, he doesn't have a lot of places to go. Wait a second, knight e5. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try it. I'm a hugger. He's a hugger. Bad bishop versus bad bishop. And so it goes. Wow, you're really playing the hedgehog now. It's an actual hedgehog. An honest to goodness hedgehog. Somebody needs to subscribe, okay? Or I'm quitting streaming today if we don't get at least one gift sub or sub. You guys hear me? I'm blackmailing the stream. I mean, I'm serious. There has to be at least one subscriber or a gift sub. I'm gonna quit. I'm serious. I'm serious. Bishop h6. I'm serious. Well, rook a3 almost wins, but there's this one tactical problem with it. He's right on the verge of losing. Knight takes f3 check. He can recapture either way. So stupid. Bishop h6 right away. Bishop h6 right away. Yeah, let's try it. Sorry, those are my poker chips splashing. Now, with more stuff. So, white close to a draw here. Pendamaster using no time for the whole game. Of course. Now he's really an 800. Feels like a defensive exchange sack from Chess Nerdo, honestly. I didn't think that white was in the desperate enough situation to feel like he had the sacrifice in exchange, but you know, I have a protected pass pawn too. But ultimately, my rook is still better than your bishop. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. So, hedgehog, man. I'm sorry, but this is a pretty good hedgehog for black. I hope. Famous last words. Well, I could play 98 at some point. Or even immediately 98, but it interferes with my rook. So rook fd8, knight a4. That's probably not a good move for white, though, is it? Because I have b5. Rook fd8 should be okay. It should be okay. Karpov-like. There goes my queen. The artist formerly known as my queen. Well, I have a3. There it gets trapped anyway. So I was just going to move my knight. We could do a cheesy noob with knight d5, knight a4. Knight a4 can actually be defended by c5. That's a cool idea. Knight a4, c4, queen, whatever, you know. It's on the side of the board, though. I mean, knight c8 is very, very weird. I could play c5 directly. Maybe that's the move. Wow. That's the move. c5 directly. It does everything. It's a brilliancy. I'm a genius. I found that. Wow. Right. You will move a pawn if it's the last thing I ever do. This game is giving me a headache. It's so weird. Yeah. Drastic times call for drastic measures. I'm going to lose my f5 pawn anyway. No? But if I play f4, it's going to open up his king, you know? That's the incisive, deep incisive point behind it. Jeopardize his king, not only mine. Oh, you don't care about that. Wow. Oh my God. Well, I warned you about this. You don't seem to care. Don't I have knight takes e4? Better. 3 pieces for the queen. 3 pieces and a pawn for the queen. Or knight f3 check and knight takes e4. Knight e4. There's also knight d5. Pieces for the queen. Knight e4, knight e4, knight f3 check. I don't know which way to go. Wow. little too computer-like play by white in this game. Well, I should trade rooks. Okay. Now what happened? Yeah. That's fine. I'm losing my pawn now? Ah, whatever. It's a double pawn. Nobody cares about it. So I have f5. Queen a3. No, I have queen a3, rook a4, rook b3, sorry. Queen e3, rook b3. Queen a4, pawn takes pawn. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. You know, you can have the pawn if you want. I'm really not concerned. Enjoy your structure. I just like to say, enjoy your structure, sire. Okay, rook takes, check. Here, king safety. King h8, no. Oh god, the second draw for, I'm just gonna ban you. After the second draw for. Making me even more determined to beat you. I see. Now, show me the crushing tactics. The knight's trapped. It's pretty cool, but he will find crazy moves to save himself. Oh, even pre-moves. Nice. Nice. I love the pre-moves. Are you 5 years old? Look, ma, no pawn moves. C6 may be necessary. I don't love it. The problem is bishop c6, knight takes c7. There are some issues. Wow, another scary move. Is my queen trapped yet? Danke. My queen had no squares. Yeah, but c4 is totally blanked. I mean, I could sack the exchange here. I have no idea. 3 pieces for the queen and a pawn. Do I get a pawn and a queen for 3 pieces? Is that what we're talking about? Nice. No, I don't want to trade pieces and draw. You know, this has to be a matter of move order, right? Knight f3 check, bishop takes. Knight f3 check, knight takes. Knight f3 check, knight takes, bishop takes. Queen takes. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. Yeah, bishop takes, knight takes. Rook takes, queen takes, and bishop takes. No one can beat me. My rook is trapped. Oh no. black is better. It's better. Should I play king h8 first? Then rook e4. Now, another exchange sacrifice possibility for black, but just doesn't seem quite good enough. Rook e8, probably. Oh, either way, I'm just going to have to take. This sort of sucks. It's equal. Check. You didn't say check. Now you're going to continue to play like a computer the whole game. Alrighty then. Oh. Roach Motel. F5. Knight F6 check. That's awkward. It's very awkward. F5, Knight F6 check. King F7. Bishop takes B7. King takes B7. Yeah, I don't know. Wow. Supercomputer. It is definitely a computer. No? Bishop C6. Oh, C2 is just hanging. Oof. It is rook B7. The C2 pawn. How much compensation does he have? I can take on D4. Maybe that's even better. I don't really want to win the exchange, though, to be honest. I don't think I want to win the exchange. Let's just take this pawn. White is paralyzed. H5. However, this has just been really unpleasant to even play this game, honestly. I saw this and then I forgot about it. That's pretty funny. Okay. So you have a miracle. Bishop takes D1. Rook takes check. King G7. Rook takes D1. Knight takes C4. Unclear. Dark squares versus light squares. Hamburgers versus hot dogs. Rook A8. Rook A8. Knight takes. Rook A2. He's really paralyzed, dude. That's a nasty move. F5. Queen G2 check. F5. Queen G2 check. King H8. Rook takes. Queen h4. It's better work. Are you serious? You have a way out of this? Oh, come on. We'll see. Queen b3. Rook a2, queen b3. Let's see. Maybe I just have to take the pawn on c4. Black's clearly better. Rook a2, queen b3. There's no way to maintain my rook. I can play rook, knight f3. And we're back to Bobby Fischer land. Ay. All right. a2, queen b3, rook b2. It's a beautiful move. That's a beautiful move. All right. Right. Obviously. Guys, somebody's going to subscribe today. We better get a gift sub or a sub, or that's it. No more streaming. Could be my last stream. Pierce worked out pretty well. Could be theory for all I know. Interesting. B5. Okay, well, your bishop's kind of out of play there, but maybe that's not a problem. You have simple ideas. Fun fact about Sinus is that he always gets in this imaginary time pressure, but he never seems to lose because of it. Rook b2 is the secret move. Oh my god. It's still not decisive, though. It's not decisive. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Whatever. I think we're winning here. Shit, he has rook c1. So I have to take on c4. I guess we're not winning then. Damn, rook c1. Queen b2. Well, there is that. I mean, we're better. I don't know if it's winning. We're better. We're better. Queen b2, rook c1. Okay, it's a tricky position. I don't know. Pawn takes pawn. Maybe that's the simplest. Check. And now, rook f2. No. Knight g4. It feels like a Magnus combo or something. Knight g4. He has all sorts of annoying interference moves like e5. Bishop d2. Take the pawn. King g7. Bishop c1. He can just move his king too. Knight takes check. Knight takes check. Okay, we're just gonna try to grind him in this endgame. I don't know. Wow, a4. 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 What do I do? a4, b4. a4, b4, nope. Or a6. And now, I played rook d3. What the heck? What the heck is that? Queen e4. Yeah, that's a good move. I mean, among others. So weird. Yeah, this is a rational position to play perfectly when you have no time. Of course. I would definitely go into this with white when my clock was always on 2 minutes plus 50. That would be my first choice. Finance doesn't care. It's easy. The mysterious sinus. What else am I gonna do? Wow, I hallucinated? No. Yep. You have that? Oh no. Oh no. Unclear. There's a weird line here. Queen takes c4. Bishop takes d4. Queen c1 check. Doesn't do anything. Queen c3 loses the pawn. Black Pro is a new opponent. 1700, 2000. Hmm. I don't think I'm even winning. Via con armadillos. Oh, the draw offer. Thank you so much for your third draw offer, but you're super banned from the stream. Just wanted to let you know that you're banned. Knight b5 is interesting. I mean, my other knight b5, knight a5. So I have a draw anytime I want, but you're offering me a draw. So that makes sense. I can force a draw at will with like knight a5, knight e2, knight c6. Probably. It's so rude to offer a draw here, and his third draw offer, banned permanently from playing in my simuls. Somebody subscribe in honor of his permaban. Knight b4 is interesting. Looks like practically the best try. What? Wow. Rook takes e4, though? Wait, you can't do that, can you? I have to be winning here. My plan was queen f6. This king should be dead on the dark squares. Rook takes. Queen check. I even have rook d4. Wow. So it should really be over rook e4. Do you think he has real chances to draw there? Rook e4, queen b2 check, rook d4, rook d4, pawn d4, queen e4 check, king g8, no checks. But this is an easy win now. What are you doing? What on earth are we doing here? Bishop takes e5. Rook takes, bishop e5, pawn e5. Rook takes. Oh wow, another move. Sees everything. Unbelievable. He's unbelievable. He sees everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and you can even afford to commentate on it. That's great. It's obviously a draw. You have a material. No, it's not a material advantage. Actually, 3 pieces. It's equal. 9 points, right? But you have a bishop, so it's technically like 9.15 or something. Material advantage to white. So rook c4. What does it do? You have bishop takes e5. Rook c2. Oh my god. There's all sorts of problems with that. Ah. And every time there's a stupid fork. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Oh, no. No. We can't be exchanging. Oh, insta moves, of course. Of course you can move instantly. Who would need to use time to calculate in such a simple position? Sinus never needs time. 50 seconds is always enough. But it's weird how you use the time in the beginning and then you never need to use it later when it's more complicated. Not like you would ever lose on time. Takes, rook takes d8. So that's not good. Taking is not an option. There's always these forks, of course. Rook e4, check. King e7. What the fuck? Takes. Doesn't make sense. Okay, what's going on here? Another draw? Not so simple. You have a nasty trap. Oh no. And this guy has an answer for everything. An antidote. Rook c2. e5. No. Obviously. I don't know. Mm. We only have 3 games left. I guess we only had 17 to start, and then probably a bunch of people quit. What happened to Draw Man? He resigned. Mr. Coffee, thanks for sticking with me. Somebody's gonna subscribe before the end of the stream. Come on. We did have a donation from Gypsy9999. I know times are tough, guys, but can you spare a dime? Okay, bishop takes, check, or something else. Bishop f6, a5, bishop f6. You didn't even say check. That's like illegal. Hmm. I don't know if I can win this. Doesn't look great. Yeah. Nice show. Very nice show put on there. No, this is lost. Of course. What else is new? Who's this opponent? 1200 blitz. Wow. Yeah, that was really interesting. Nothing to see there. Nothing unusual about that game by White. Just his fearlessness with apparently low time and ability to calculate perfectly. Someone has to take up someone on Sound's position. What would the stream be without at least like one sus game by somebody? King F3. Wow. Amazing defense by White in this one. I made all the wrong choices. Consistently. So, what exactly are we doing here? Wow. Maybe I can lose this, huh? Yeah, I lost one game. 12 wins, 2 draws. That's 15. 2 left. Thanks everyone for watching. Mr. Coffee, thanks for staying with us. I don't know where everyone is. We've lost all of our followers, almost, except for the most faithful of the faithful. Even Astrobate is gone. Mr. Coffee is the only one left. A few others. Rookie 4. Uh-oh. No, what the heck is up here? What? The last 2 games? I knew that already. Okay. Okay. It's definitely lost, right? King D2. Now he's definitely lost. King D2, King C4. I guess there was nothing he could do. I mean, if, for example, A5, King D5, A6, King C6, A7, king C7, king B7, king E2, king takes. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Okay. So, last game, we lost one. We lost one. We had 2 draws. This is probably a draw, objectively. But here we have an opponent that actually needs to use time. I made some mistakes were made in this one. I had a win, I'm sure, but I didn't calculate accurately a couple of times. We had it and we let it go, and he defended. Missed our opportunities. Opportunities were missed in this one. I don't think there's any way I can make progress. Doesn't look good. Ay, ay, ay. All right. It's a draw. So let's see where I missed the chance to win. Maybe I didn't, but I was clearly better. Look at this game. Yeah. We were clearly better. Maybe no win. Yeah, there was a win. I was winning. Okay. So what did I miss? 97 dubious, first of all. Bishop h6 felt wrong. So I should have played rook a3, but I rejected it because of this, rook e3. And this reinforces his d4. So how can I increase the pressure? Now bishop h6, he has rook c3, exactly. And then rook a8, so he's like tied in knots. h3, knight f3, check. Bishop takes f3, and I win the pawn on h3. And if knight takes f3, he loses his rook. Okay, so this is the point. The best I could have gotten was this. In this line, equal material with a crushing pawn structure advantage and 2 bishops. Mistakes were made. And then rook a1, bishop takes f3, question mark, losing all my advantage. So I also had this. No, that's the same line. So instead I also had another chance. Rook takes a1, queen a1, bishop takes f3. So I'm just winning a piece and I didn't do it. Okay. So he counter blundered with rook a1. I was just winning a clear piece. I took the wrong way. Allowing the rook takes a8. I saw it and forgot. You know, and then it probably is a draw. You know, honestly, after this. I'm a tiny bit better. It's not enough. Here it feels good. I should have taken the pawn. But I mean, my focus is off now. I don't have like coordination that I want here. It's not so easy. I don't have a threat, like no direct threat. So anyway, that was an interesting game. The opening was messed up by white. Rook e8, allowing knight d4. Prancing always, perfect game. As always, 0 inaccuracy, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders. Queen b3, queen b6. Knight e5, bishop e6. Oh, you traded right away. This is a little bit unusual. I've never faced this, so I'm supposed to play d4. Instead, I played the stupid knight d3. And this I thought was interesting, but you just, you know, went back. What do I do? I had nothing. Nothing special. You played a perfect game. Congratulations. That was exciting. Sinus with the win. 1 inaccuracy, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders. Nothing suspicious to see there. As his score just goes up. Sinus, is this your first account playing me? Or did you have another one? He joined 9 years ago. 1 inaccuracy, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders. Bro, with the closed Sicilian type thing? Are you serious? I don't know, dude. Engine moves every time. Bishop e3, and I wanted to play b5. But I blundered this. I didn't see bishop e3. I was just looking at knight a4. This is unbelievable. I mean, queen takes d4. My best move is now knight d5, the other move I mentioned. I had no way to evaluate whether this was good enough or not, but this would have been much better than what I did. Very dangerous of you to play like that. I mean, you know, it's like fearlessness with low time. I mean, you could totally play a normal game with knight takes d4, but instead you take with the queen. That's scary, dude. And so I could have played knight d5 right away. I looked at this, I wasn't sure. So this is your best. I play knight a3 check, you take with the bishop. It's a better version. Rook takes, e5, rook c4, queen d7, and you're still better. Yeah, I mean, if you weren't a player with 9 years on Lichess, I would think you cheated, honestly. But I guess I've got to give you credit because you have 9,000 games. But you never know, you know. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable given your time situation there. I would have no idea what's going on here. It's very hard for black. So it all just happens to work out perfectly for white. What a coincidence. This was apparently an inaccuracy. Knight d3. I mean, rook d3. You did make... That's your one inaccuracy the whole game. Giving me a chance to come back. Knight g5 check. And knight c3 was the engine. This gives me a chance, but what chance did I have here? What chance did I have here, really? I mean, what does queen e7 do? You just play h4. I don't understand. It protects e5. Oh, shit. So this was the secret move. I protect e5 from this bishop takes e5. Then you play h4. Then I take the pawn. Then you play knight g5 check. I move my king somewhere. Let's say f8. Then I'm actually up a pawn, theoretically, by material, but the computer still thinks white is better. Wow. That was the only serious mistake you made the entire game. And what happened? Cheesy Noob just lost? So this has all been played before? And now knight b6, theoretical novelty by Cheesy Noob. Happened in and over the board game. My best move is knight d2. Illusionok, the illusionist. So queen a5, very provocative. Been played by some people. Yudin, whoever Yudin is, he has a lot of games. And now only one game here. Knight b6. So h3 is question mark. Aha. So I have to play bishop d2 first. You can't take my pawn on g4 because of queen getting trapped. And then I'm better. So this refutes knight b6. My move was a mistake, protecting the pawn. Now you're better after knight a4, computer. And after queen c1, you didn't take the pawn, although I don't know why. I don't know whether I would have taken or played bishop d2. Yeah, this is nasty. Cheesy Noob played bishop b6, which is a mistake. I went back, and now he blundered again with pawn takes pawn. Well, I didn't see that your queen was trapped. You know, I was actually probably just going to, like, recapture. So you shouldn't resign. I'm not sure I even noticed your queen was... I probably would have... This is the point the computer has some queen trap here with b3, but I just would have recaptured. But the most important thing is that he had the very strong... Well, even d5, which I was aware of. Like the guy who beat me in the f3 Caro-Kann a few weeks ago. But, you know, obviously taking the pawn. Now, I looked at this, but then you have this. I wasn't sure what was happening here, but I completely missed you can go here and now play this crazy queen e5. That would have been likely the game continuation. I would have gone on to lose down a pawn against Cheesy Noob. But instead, bishop e6, bishop d2, and now white is better. So he made a mistake. Chess Nerdo panicked and sacked the exchange. Computer doesn't think it's panic, though. I was going to take back, you know, the wrong way with the f-pawn. This was a really good decision on my part to play pawn takes. And I don't think many people are going to make this exchange sack. The computer actually likes it. By Chess Nerdo. Thinks it's necessary. Very hard, though. So bishop h3 and you have compensation. I would think f4. But your bishop's strong. You have the g file. So, close call. Andrino Garcia, yeah, we looked at that. I said Garcia, sorry. Giordino. Black Pro. Everything was fine for white. That was a crazy opening, by the way. The Pierts. Knight on bd7 is the main move, but I don't like it because it allows knight h3. I guess knight h3 isn't a big deal. I don't know. What do I know? So, there's this. Bishop g7, obviously allowing bishop h6. Weird moves like a5 and a6, h5 and a6. So here. And now e5 is a novelty. This is crazy, you know? Now, on Lichess, we'll find a lot of games, of course, because people do weird stuff. But the interesting thing is in all these master games, there is 24 games here with masters, and not a single person played e5. Even though, apparently, it's playable. I should trade and play b4. This is important. I'm supposed to take and then play b4, and that's because I'm not familiar enough with the Pierts. I missed it. Because there's this. So you take, now I take, and my structure is better. Black is okay. So I learned that for next time. The way the game went, you're better. Computer prefers to trade queens. But this is still better for white. Still better for white. Still better for white. It's still better for white. It's still better for white. And then rook fb1 is a good move. Bishop g7, knight f4. Now the engine wants to castle for me. Maybe play bishop c8. I played bishop d7. You have a4. A subtle move. Boxing my queen in. So that probably was best. Little Mr. Chess blundered in the opening. No one could beat me. What's up with him, dude? Wow, there was a chance for me here. There are chances for both sides, and no one could beat me. So what did I do wrong? I mean, I don't understand. There's a weird move. Knight b5. Okay. I'm not supposed to trade knights. What other move do I have? Oh my god, f5. Wow. Wow. I don't know if I looked at this at some point. I should, obviously, learn it. But I think going back, you know... Mostly I've had people play knight takes c4 against me. This is the first time someone's played this. So I was confused. Here. And I didn't remember this. f5. Oh, shit. I did not remember this. Maybe I looked at it once. But I don't really play this opening with black too much. So he played pretty well. And after this, we're following one game. I figured this was okay for black, but it's not. Wow. So knight d5, bishop d8. Oh man, he's got knight b6. So I can't play bishop d8. That's the problem. I have to play like bishop e6. Allow this, and my king is trapped in the center. Aha. So this is serious mistake by me. But he's not a computer. He didn't find it. Okay. So after this, I'm okay again. Bishop d7 was best. He doesn't trade queens. Oh, it never occurred to me to castle queenside. That's actually pretty obvious. Look at that. The eye on g2, the eye of Sauron. If you, speaking of the Lord of the Rings, if you take here, the eye of Sauron kills you. Like rook g8. Better yet, queen takes d5. Never saw castles queenside. Lame. And I gave him a draw here. I'm a little bit better. But it's nothing special. And then it really is a draw. This guy was pretty good for his rating. Yeah, okay. So, any other games that were interesting before I take off? And we'll see you guys on Wednesday for this week's chess tournament that I host every week, a different Rapid or Blitz. I've got Greco Chess Club. He just left after f5. That's weird. That sucks. Yeah, you're banned. That's very bad. He was playing another Simul and just left our game. Okay, I blocked him anyway. That's so rude to like playing someone else's Simul at the same time. CGN. Okay, so CGN, I played a new idea against you, bishop f4. So this has been played. This is been played by Navarra and Yevgeny Sveshnikov back in 2014 against Barley. Alexander Ivanov in 1976 played with black. Wow. Sale Lyush 94. So no one else has played queen takes d4 though, oddly. It's the best move for white. That's weird. Queen takes d4. And you should trade pieces. Like Tarnikov or Lasker or whoever. You should trade pieces. The idea is trade pieces and use the cramp. c6 is bad. Now I'm better. And I saw queen b6. But I figured I could just play like rook d1 or something. And this is poisoned. Yeah, so that's signs you got to be careful there. I think that's a bad line, the way he played it. Ruslan Bear did something crazy. He got crushed. And then Panda Master offered 3 draws. Panda Master was drawing until this position, knight takes d5 in accuracy. There was no reason to exchange knights. But you play an opponent who keeps offering draws, you ought to, like, this is a good lesson. You always try to beat them. They want to draw so bad. They're going to make, like, small inaccuracies. After this, I'm better. G5 is dubious. Wow. Huh. So it's really a draw. A G4 is a mistake. You can play knight D2, knight B3. Knight D2, idea knight E4. Maybe. Or even knight to B1, knight C3 check. I thought I was better here, but actually I misplayed again. After this, I'm really better, after H4. And now he's in trouble. A4, A6, AB5, AB5. Here. This is even a mistake now. Knight A5, knight to B4. Which I looked at, but I just rejected. Check this out. Knight A5, knight D2, B4. And if F3, F5, I saw that. But how do I win? Now I can't defend this. So knight B4 was a mistake. White could still hang on with knight E1. See, this is where I was going to play F5. But apparently it's not enough. Wow. So here he could have hung tough. Anyway, there's some interesting games. Thanks, guys, for playing. Thanks, everyone, for supporting the stream, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Next tournament, weekly Rapid or Blitz Wednesday stream. Thanks, Mr. Coffee. Thanks for everybody, and we'll see you later. Oh, bye-bye.